And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Hello, everybody. My name is Imani.
And I am Samaya.
And we are the official Terrible Twos.
Okay, two mics, two women bring you the raw, the sweet, and spicy tea. I hope everyone had a great holiday. We had New Year's Eve, we had Christmas, we had Kwanzaa, and we had Hanukkah.
Wait. Okay. Go, girl. Do your thing.
So I hope that everyone was able to enjoy the holidays and celebrate the holidays. Hopefully this year brings in new opportunities and new blessings. Are you looking forward for the new year, friend?
Yes, I am. What did I say? I've been waiting for new blessings since '98. This year started off. It's been going great. We got some good. We got some positives. We got some good opportunities going on. But
That's true.
You know, the new year doesn't technically start until April. I think, technically, we are operating on like a whole capitalist.
Oh man.
New Year. So January is really not even the real actual New Year. It's spring.
Thing?
Spring is technically the new year, right? New life, new.
I want a new life now.
Me too. And so I'm taking these months to just clear out whatever baggage I was carrying. Did I say that? Yes, from '98. I've been carrying baggage since '98. And so I'm taking next couple of months to really kind of like focus in on what is it that what I'm trying to shake off.
Yeah.
So I can kind of like focus up for the rest of the year.
Yeah, me too. I just hope good things come. I'm tired, I'm tired of what's going on right now, but we're not going to get to that, But what we will get into is our Mayor Dorsey.
Yes, ma'am.
Was sworn in.
And we went to go see her inauguration on the 1st. That was great.
It was.
That was a nice experience.
It definitely was. I just hope that the promises that they have mentioned in their speeches will come into reality, especially with them fixing the infrastructure here in Albany, a lot of affordable housing, trying to really have a nightlife here in Albany. So I'm hoping that, the things that they're saying really do come into reality. I do. I'm just, I don't want to be left stranded and like, what the hell just happened? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. I know they come in with big visions for what they would like to accomplish. And I think it's important as citizens, as voters, as, we understand that a lot of the times their visions are not completely fulfilled. And that's just due to the process of what they actually have to go through to get bills passed and get things actually changed. Whereas, sometimes they come in with big promises and sometimes it's with good intentions and other times it's with bad. And
I'm tired.
I just hope and send prayers that she can get done the most important things we can get done, and whether she runs for another term or we get a new mayor, that we just continue to build on top of that instead of going backwards. Because right now, under this current presidency, it seems like we are unraveling the hard work that we put in all these years to get here. It seems like they're being undone. So wishing her a great, 4 years?
I want to say
4 years, a great 4 years with honesty, transparency, cooperation from her fellow peers and from us as the people,
Yeah.
So we see you, Dorsey girl. We support.
So that was a nice celebration, of course, for Mayor Dorsey. But speaking of celebrations,
Bow.
my girl's birthday. Her birthday just passed. Okay.
Big Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, speaking of celebrations and birthdays, did you enjoy your trip down to DC?
I did. We had a great time. It was Samaya and I. We drove down for a couple days, and it was great. From the food to the what we explored. It was very much. We did history in the daytime, party at night, so it was eye opening.
Yes, it was.
It was very eye opening. It was what I didn't know that I needed to end the year off. It was nice to go and explore somewhere new, get out of Albany, but also was like we went somewhere. We went to the capital of the country.
Yeah.
It was great. 10 out of 10 would do it again.
Okay. What is something that you would like to do next time if you was to go back to DC?
Yes. So we went to the Smithsonian. We didn't finish. We didn't give ourselves enough time. Yeah. So with the opportunity of going back, I would get there as from they open to be able to explore and read everything because that's the type of person I am at the museum. Yes. I'm reading every little blurb. So to be able to go from the basement to the top, we didn't get to try the cafeteria food. Somebody else told me that it was great. And I would also like to explore a lot more of the LGBTQ plus nightlife. We didn't really get to go out and see that scenery. So between getting more history in, going to even see maybe the tour of the Capitol would be nice. But definitely we'll go back to the museum, give us more time, and party a little bit more harder.
Yeah. I agree. The food was pretty nice out there too.
Yes. The happy hours were happy hours.
Yes, dumplings.
Yes. Oh my gosh, what did we say it was?
The
Bar Chino?
Yes, Bar Chino.
Shout out to Bar Chino. They were nice in there.
It was great.
Dumplings.
It was very packed. I would say that.
Yes. Right when happy hour started,
but it was low-key worth the wait though, because I enjoyed. The
dumplings was good. The drinks was nice. The ambiance was nice. It was really nice.
And then we went to the Angry Jerk, and we got us some jerk food, kind of like a Chipotle.
Like a Jamaican, like a Caribbean style, like Chipotle.
Gotcha.
They had everything from oxtail plantain, rice and peas, jerk chicken, stewed chicken, curry chicken. They had everything, and they would pack it up in this bowl for you, just like if you was in Chipotle. I think they also gave you other options like quesadillas and tacos.
Yeah. True, I want that right now.
And it was under $20.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
And it was so fulfilling. Like we had enough to be able to take home and everything. It was great.
Yes,
still thinking about you. Love you, Angry Jerk. You got our hearts and our support.
It was great. It was a great time, and it was totally different from, of course, Albany. From the buildings, of how it looked, the traffic, the people.
Oh my gosh, the traffic! You people drive crazy.
The food, the expenses. Like it was just a whole totally different vibe, of course, compared to Albany. So it was nice, and I was also educated.
Yes.
Us going to, the National Museum, where we was learning about the African American history and its culture. We only been to several floors. We wasn't able to see all of it.
We had to skip we went to one and skipped 2 or 3 floors, and had to go to the top because we didn't give ourselves enough time to arrive.
Yeah, so we started from the bottom all the way to the top. So the bottom, the underground level, was about slavery and Black life in the early centuries, which was like a lot. Even though I learned it before, but it's just like to process it all over again, to know that almost 13 million Africans crossed the Atlantic just to do forced labor, which is crazy to me, and they have to be compacted, and they all are in this boat, and they're all
nasty ship,
body to body.
I mean, when we're talking about hygiene,
yeah,
they had to walk across where they walked through miles from their villages to get to the dock, to get on this boat, pregnant, sick. And they're on this boat. There's no ventilation. They are throwing up. The diseases that was created and they were experiencing under there, that it's inhumane. And then to label us lazy.
All right, clock it.
Lazy? Lazy? Oh, when did it happen? Did I become lazy when you transported my ancestors from our home to this country? Did that's when I became lazy, or did I become lazy when you forced me to live on some white man's plantation, pick cotton, or when you raped me, my husband, my children, or did I become lazy when you left, when you set dogs out? When did we become lazy?
You're right about that. when we was there, I saw a lot of people that did not look like us. And that made me question, should museums, especially like a museum like that, should make us comfortable? Should it make us uncomfortable?
Very.
What do you think, friend?
I think museums shouldn't make us comfortable. I feel like all of our lives that this country has been trying to make us comfortable with the truth, right? Starting from kindergarten when you're taught about the Pilgrims and having this great big dinner with the Native Americans, lie, right? You know, lie, trying to make me comfortable with the truth that no, you slaughtered these people and stole their country and stole their people and tried to steal their culture. I feel like museums should give us the raw truth. We should be leaving crying, self-aware, and motivated to want to, burn this current system down to the ground to remake a new one. No, we should feel like we just shed a layer of ignorance. That's true. Like the museums holds our history. So if we can't get our history in our schools, we're not getting it at our home per se, right? We're not getting in our communities. At least if what you're gonna do with my tax dollars is make sure when I leave this museum, it unnerves the truth from me.
Do you think when it comes to the education system, should they also, the courses that they are teaching us should also make us uncomfortable?
Yes. Next question. In the sense where, not that they're going out their way to make us uncomfortable, but again, the truth is uncomfortable. You know, so it's when it comes to our education system, people cannot be liberated. They cannot actually experience true freedom if they're still living in a lie. Whether that's mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, and that's what's happening in our education system. I remember there was still some parts of the South that was teaching that Africans came here for work. Like, what is about that? You know, like that. What are we teaching our children? What are we really doing when it comes to, I want to say, nurturing true, cognitive, well-rounded individuals? We're not. We're lying. You know, so it's like it would be nice if our schools highlighted not just the dark truth of Americans or the dark truth of white people, but make me uncomfortable as a black person. What did we, other cultures, because America is a melting pot. So I think so. What do you think?
You know, I think, education should be told the truth. And nothing but the truth. We shouldn't be sugarcoating
anything.
What these profound events that we have gone through. I want to see the reality, how it was. And they often in movies, certain movies, they portray it as, it wasn't that deep, it wasn't that serious. Everything was kind of like a bit of a lighthearted moment. So I would like to see more of that. I think me going to college and minoring in Africana Studies is when I started to learn about African American history.
I agree.
So it's like, why am I being taught about this in my early 20s?
Yes.
When I should have been learning about my history at a younger age,
as a baby,
especially in high school, So it's just so crazy how I have to grow up pretty much to learn the truth when I should be learning the truth
from the jump.
From the jump. So it's just so crazy. It's so bizarre. And I like when museums are educating us and teaching us, giving us things to think about. And while we was also there, one thing we did see was about the Civil War, which started in 1861. But here, I'm not no historian, but I know that over 100,000 African Americans, formerly enslaved, fought during the Civil War. And they gave us guns.
So I'm so happy. I'm so happy she brought this up, because while we were there in the museum, she had that epiphany. And she said, from this war, they gave us guns and we haven't put it down since. Exactly. And it blew my muffin. It blew my whole top back, okay? Like, I couldn't believe it. Because I'm like, no, you're right. Right? This was the very first time they allowed us to be armed. And don't think, I think that changed us as a people, you know, like, but we haven't put it down since.
Nope.
You are right.
Look at the youth.
They coming strapped up. They coming strapped up.
I don't want no problems.
Don't be afraid of our youth now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm kind of a little scared.
I know, but don't be afraid of them because
I'm looking back every second if I can.
But don't, because they're just misguided children with a lot of fire, a lot of passion. They are a different generation for real. They are not tolerating nothing. They don't want to hear. They came for their respect, but also they are just learning how to survive in the environment that they were born into. You know, like what do we expect our black, brown children to succumb to when we leave them nothing? You know, like, so it's like they're just, honestly, they're trying to survive just like we are. And so it's like, don't be afraid to approach the children. The children need to be approached. They need a hug. Don't be afraid of the ski mask and Nike Techs. And the guns. They do have big guns. If you see one, you should run though, because they will hit you with it. I've learned they have no fear, and I love that about the Gen Alpha. They have no, or Gen Alpha or Gen Zs.
Both.
I guess the ending of Gen Z is the beginning of the Alphas. They have no shame. They will hit you with it.
It's not funny.
Anywhere. It's not. And I wish they would channel that fire, that passion, that fire in them somewhere else.
Yes.
That would get them, that would release them from the shackles of this false idea of what black masculinity looks like. But if you keep running from the children, that can't happen.
You know, we have to have a conversation about that, of course, in our next segment for our next episode, because, you know, it definitely do talk, it starts from home. Let's talk about the parents, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that just yet. In the next episode, we will. But we have more stuff to discuss, because we need to talk about the struggles. When we was at the museum, as we was going up, we was on level 2, which was called Defending Freedom. And it talks about the Reconstruction era, segregation, the Civil Rights movement. And it's just so crazy when we was looking and we saw all these amendments that technically gave black people rights. Full citizenship.
Was it 13, 14, 15?
Yes.
Every black person in America needs to know those 3.
They don't know.
And we don't. And that should be part of damn near our own our allegiance. Like, without those 3 amendments, we literally cannot be here right now. Like, those 3, 13th was abolishing slavery. 14th, we became citizens, no longer 3/5 of a person. And then 15, now we get the right to vote, to enter the game that created and that's maintaining our current system now, which is politics. They opened the door, but we're still afraid to come in, right? And that's not only just to us. They set up things and barriers to have us afraid and intimidated and just turned off by the whole idea of joining politics. But that was part of their game plan as well. Like, we opened this door, but it's really cracked that you think it's open. If you come in, we got something for that ass. And I just want you to know that I think our goal with Terrible 2's is that we would love to empower our generation, right, between the ages of 20 to 31.
Everybody at this point.
You know, everybody, but I think, like, they're gonna die. Although, you know, our elders are gonna die. They're gonna die. They're gonna go. And we have to be prepared to be able to step into the places, because what's happening is that Donald Trump and all his buddies are preparing their children. And when they are dead and gone, they're gonna come in and try to keep that dream alive. So I believe that when we sat down talking about even Terrible 2's, it was kind of like to shoot the, shoot the shit, you know, but like my words, but also to educate, you know, inspire more of our generation to get involved, because what we were handed, basura, and what seemed to be ahead of us.
I'm very bilingual.
Sorry, that was not professional for the camera. But, you know, I'm afraid of what we're looking at ahead of us if we don't step in and really own our shit. So 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment, y'all need to go study that. Okay,
Yeah.
my social studies teachers, you need to beat that in the heads of your black children in your schools. Don't let them forget it. Okay?
That is true. It's just so crazy that there had to be laws made into this, just for us to kind of be seen, to be really heard, per se. And it's just like, damn. Like at some point, you didn't even see me as equal.
Like a person, a human.
So my next question is: are we still defending freedom that we were supposed to be secured long ago?
Yes. Next question. Yes. I'm always stuck in the middle between freedom comes from within, and the question is, are we ever really free? What does that mean?
Yeah.
But when I think of, when we're talking about it politically, and I don't think we've ever been free. I think we've been on this cat and mouse journey where they are dangling a carrot in front of us and they have us running and we think we're running and we're getting closer to our freedom, but it's like, are we really? You know, like,
that's true.
Are we really? We fought just for civil rights. That's it. Not for the most high standards of rights. We didn't ask to be treated like queens and kings. We said, just please treat me civilly.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, are we there yet? Are we being treated civilly? No, we're not. We're not. We're still protesting police brutality. We're coming up with hashtags, say her name, black boys. It's just like, if we're not facing the external restrictions do hinder our ability to be free internally. And so it's kind of like, where do we start? Internal freedom, release yourself from all that pain and struggle and baggage. And hopefully that releases you physically, you know? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that we're still fighting freedom, but do start off within, especially when we are looking for our own self-interest. Once we remove that and really start having the interest of others, then we can move forward. But everyone have this individualism mindset where it's just like, it's me, I gotta worry about me. And that's the problem. Once we start removing that mentality and we are coming together as a collective to kind of like stand on our ground and want more for ourselves, then things will start getting moving. But until then, I don't know. You know, we can only do so much, right? We can only help and educate so much, but it boils down to the individual themselves. Are you really to be a part of the change, or you just want to be complacent and eat Doritos all day and want to be on TikTok doing the TikTok dances? Yeah, that do-do-da-do-bop. So right, and that's the problem. So we need to really discuss that. So it's just like we still are fighting. Sometimes it don't look visible, but it's an ongoing problem that has been happening for the past decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, 4 decades, 5 decades.
Since when we got here, when did Black Americans get here? You know what I'm saying? Like,
we came here during the 15th century.
You know, and think about it, there was problems before then, right? Like,
the 21st.
Our problems didn't start when they stole us from our land.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? We had our own tribal wars and we, because when man has power, man tries to then shrink everybody else.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
so when I think of freedom, it's just like, I just want everyone to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, like, I want us to live in our truth, and it's like they keep trying to cover our faces with this wool, and it's like, our people, we keep believing in it, you know. And it's like, when will we get angry enough to rip the wool covering off our faces and say we're not going to accept this anymore? But also, again, starting with ourselves, right? We all got inner demons, some more than others, that we need to address. And you can't fight freedom for the people if your demons keep you up at night. Because there's no sleep for the wicked. You know, that's what my mother used to say. So, you know, it starts within.
It do.
Yes, absolutely.
If the civil rights movement was happening right now, what role would you be playing, friend? What would you be doing?
Armed. Me and my lover Black Panthering up. I would definitely be on both sides of the spectrum when it came to Martin on one side being like the let's love one another and hug.
Yeah, the
and
peaceful.
on the other end, like, let's fight and tear this shit, burn this shit to the ground. And what did you say? You'd be
My mugshot.
mugshot. You know, because like I would hope that I would want to be there, but I also know they kill people, they come for people, they shoot people,
they fight, they attack,
and they come for you. And I would hope to know that I wasn't gonna be on those people's list, because you know me and my mouth child, they was gonna come and get me. But I would hope to know that I had a good stand, you know, like where I was maybe even educating the children, trying to get the children out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't know, but that's I see myself being damn near almost at the front line.
Yeah, I wish they would try to spit on me, throw water on me, drinks on me, try to push me.
Don't let this blonde fool you now. This is my girl. Don't play. Don't let the blonde fool you.
I'm sorry. At some point, I'm going to have to retaliate.
Oh my God. Because like at the table, what you mean you ripping me up from my dress?
Like I can't sit here.
Unhand me,
of how I
white
look.
man. What are you talking about? Unhand me, sir. What? I am a woman.
Yes, I'm just like, I can't. You will see my mugshot. I'm sorry, I'm going to be one of them.
She said,
0125967. Okay.
Samaya Powell. Here I come right next to her.
You know, so it's just
Funny.
like, I want everyone to have that same energy right now. In today's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not just be on TikTok and oh my God, there's something happening in Michigan. No, we need to start doing something now. Okay, we need to be proactive of what's happening. If we're not being proactive and we're just being complacent,
Nothing's gonna change.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And it was so interesting just being at the Capitol because we also saw how heavy everything was guarded. A lot of security. I was kind of petrified that too. So it's just like, even though we was able to go to the museum and we didn't really get enough time to really see and explore, because I know we probably would have had more material to talk about, because that was just only the first two.
Oh yes, we spent like an hour and a half, maybe almost, and we were just on
Yeah.
the first level, and then we skipped all the way to the fourth level.
Yeah, so we didn't. So it's just like we have so much to see, and then we didn't get the chance to do, because there's so much conversations, and I know we probably would have had a bunch of them, and had a lot of epiphanies. But I know that our time is running out, so please. For next episode, we'll probably talk about it more or something else. But thank you for watching us. Please follow us on Instagram called The Official Terrible 2.
Yes, ma'am.